Well, no question of the day. So we're going to jump right into the topic, which is how to keep the holidays sane. And, this is something that as I speak to more and more people in my generation and younger, a lot of people have really bad memories associated with the holidays, actually. A lot of stress, a lot of scramble, and a
Hmm.
lot of family tension is like kind of people's stories. And so more and more people are like, I don't really want to have anything to do with that. And so for me, I take that personally as a challenge to change that pattern and say, all of the should do's, all of the, what we have to have our houses look like, it has to be perfect, all of the running around to this and that and the other, it's having a negative effect. And people aren't walking away with these great, warm, fuzzy memories of, family time together in the holidays.
There's just a lot of pressure.
There's a
And,
lot of pressure.
even the gift giving, it's great. Of course, we want to be thinking about others and we want to, but sometimes it's just like so much pressure because you feel like you have to do
Mhm.
so much with limited budgets and you feel this pressure and you feel like you're failing if you can't get it all done and you can't get everybody something of equal value or
Mhm.
whatever. And it starts to feel lost. And I know I resonate with that. I
Yeah.
feel that, over the years of just like, oh my gosh, this is such a pressure thing. I want to do something nice for people, but and then you get to, it gets overwhelming, I think.
It gets overwhelming. And I think that the bigger point of that is that sometimes, especially as moms, I know, but dads take this on too. We want to do all the things, even if we're taking that pressure on ourselves, because we think we're doing something positive for our family, creating traditions or doing something really nice for the family. And a lot of times, sometimes, let's be real, sometimes getting dinner on the table is taking pressure off, right? Like we make those decisions all the time that, okay, we can do a little more work, we can be out of our comfort zone, we can be a little stressed to make something happen for our family. But I think in the case of this, we have to be really careful to go, actually, I'm doing the opposite for my family because I'm adding to this pressurized scenario. Mom's stressed, dad's stressed, you're stressed right into the new year when you look at the credit card bill or whatever it is that you've done. I know a lot of people have that problem. And so really taking a serious look at what's the point? Like, why are we doing this? Is it just because all of the Better Homes and Garden magazines are on the grocery store rack and they're marketing to us really well and we feel like our house has to look like that?
Mm.
Or we feel like we're a failure as a parent or a part of society if we're not jumping in and doing all of the things. And, all the things are great. A lot of times they're church activities and their family activities and
Mhm.
their, play group or homeschool activities or school activities. There's just all this stuff, but there's always another activity. There's always another thing.
So why are we doing this? And I think people probably have different reasons. And we've said holidays, but I think we're kind of talking about Christmas here,
Yeah,
particularly coming out of
Christmas.
Thanksgiving. I think
Mhm.
most people I talk to love Thanksgiving. I think one of the reasons is because it's not commercialized, it's not high pressure. I mean, it's a lot of work to get food on the table, but it's generally people you love coming
Mhm.
together and enjoying a meal together and being thankful. I mean, it's pretty simple. So, but we move past that and we get into Christmas, and then there's all the pressure and why are we doing this? And
Mhm.
I know for us, it's Christmas. It's about Jesus. It's about celebrating the birth of our Savior. And so I think we have to come back to that.
Yeah.
And I understand some of you out there, maybe that's different, but that's really the heart of Christmas and where it starts. And that's what it is for us and for many of you. And so I think we have to come back to, that's the why. We're
Mhm.
celebrating something because of this gift of life that we
Right.
have. How do we respond to that or think about doing things differently in this context that's become so commercialized and pressurized,
Right.
and coming back to focusing on that, yet still celebrating and enjoying the heart of that celebration with people?
You know what the big answer to all of this is? And it's the hard answer that we don't always like. And that's the word no. No, just no. It actually gets easier the more you do it. But a lot of that is just to start saying,
So like
no, I
so
can't do
give
it
some
all.
examples. So no can be positive is where you're going.
Right.
What are some examples of saying no as maybe a positive and that benefit that's going to, bring back
Yeah.
pressure and help us focus on the why?
It's the no, we can't make it to that event, and no, we can't make it to that event, and no, we're not going to do that other potluck, but instead protecting your sanity and your family sanity, and a special time together to actually focus on the real reasons. No, we don't all need to buy gifts. No, I'm sorry. We love the mailman, but he doesn't need a gift, just like everybody other person who's affected your life this year. He should be getting tokens of thankfulness all year long. But you don't need to go out of your way to make sure everybody has everything during the holiday season.
Or you can minimize those. I think you can, somebody can write a nice little card, Merry Christmas card.
Yeah. And
write one, you guys. And I know I come from the generation, or at least my parents and grandparents love cards. And cards are cool. And a card, homemade card, can be an expensive way to share the cheer. But cards these days, $5-7 a piece. I know I struggled with that when we were getting started. It was like, how in the world do we afford to send a card to everybody, let alone gifts to all the people in our sphere? And so I think that's a good no, is like, you can send something out digitally to everybody. You get the kids together and make a few handmade cards, and one goes to a family. Some good things to do where you're bringing people together and making it a fun experience. It doesn't have to be all as perfect as a Hallmark card is,
right?
But you can send some love and some Christmas cheer and wishes to somebody without spending, without that pressure of spending, easily $200 just on cards.
Yeah, you really can. And I think that really hits at the heart of it, is bringing people together to do the things that take the pressure off. So instead of just, let's do a holiday craft or a Christmas craft with the kids, make the cards you're going to send out, make the cookies that you're going to hand to everybody, that you're going to put out for the mailman, or that you're going to do that together, and make that a holiday event, a mainstay holiday event, because that creates fun memories. You're making something together. You're able to sit around and laugh, let go of the high standards. They don't have to look like Martha Stewart cookies. Like they don't have to be perfect. Let it go. You don't need 5 different colors of icing to put on unless that's what you love doing, but it's okay to drop the standards and to make it about doing things together, and not about this perfect picture of everything.
So I want to clarify that, though, because you're talking about saying no to going and doing events, doing things, but then we're talking about doing things together. So I think there's what's in all of that is there's this balance of like, you don't have to go do everything,
right?
But pick carefully the things that you can do together with family and even with friends in a way that brings it together, makes it joyful, but isn't so much that you're just feeling like, I got to go here, I got to go there, I got to go this, I got to go to that, and I'm getting run over.
Right.
I think that's how that
yeah, I absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say there. And, bringing the family together early in the season and voting on, or getting everybody's like have to event. What's the one thing that if you did this holiday season, this Christmas season, you would just feel like you've done Christmas, and making sure you're hitting everybody's big one thing, and then trying to not do any more things than that, really, and that starts to cover it. And that starts giving you a rubric for what to say no to, right? Yeah. It's like, that wasn't even on anybody's list, so let's just not do it.
Yeah.
So that's a good one.